Hello! Thank you for tuning in. If you like my videos, please subscribe. This is for the Backstreet Boys fans and the anti-Melissa Schuman fans. So if you're not in any of those circuits, I recommend you don't watch this video. So I will be addressing false rape allegations by Melissa Schuman against Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys once again. I keep saying it's my last, but guess what, guys? I don't care about this girl. I think a lot of people think I care more than I actually do. But it's just been a real pain in the ass, so I'm just gonna address these rumors that she's back with a vengeance. Melissa's back, as she is. Apparently, since James Hartline isn't around to defend her, I guess she burned a bridge with Hartline there, she brought back Daddy Schuman. She gets the Daily Beast to rehash a story. Daily Beast isn't exactly the New Yorker or anything of value. It's just some crappy little tabloid. So you might as well take it with a grain of salt as if it's coming from Perez Hilton. So she signed with Rainn. Okay, not Me Too. The Me Too movement doesn't want anything to do, but she signed with Rainn, and she was gloating about it. And I saw it, those screenshots, that she's all happy that she's just signed up with Rainn. And everyone's like, what the hell would they want anything to do with her, knowing that she's this big liar? Well, apparently they don't know that she's a big liar. That she's a big, fat, phony liar. But yes, she's not, I don't think that she deserves a medal for that, because all you have to do is apply, and then it takes like 6 weeks, and they say, you know, all right, you can be our affiliate or correspondent or, you know, ambassador, spokesperson, whatever. So she somehow wiggled her way into being, you know, I'm Melissa Schuman from Dream. I was raped by Nick Carter. I never want Nick Carter to forget my name ever again, so I'm gonna accuse him of raping me. I'm Melissa Schuman. You've never heard of Melissa Schuman? Yeah, that bitch. So another rumor is that I am coming back to Twitter and bringing back, well, you know what? I was only on Twitter following chocolate companies, like fine chocolate companies, and that's when this whole Melissa Schuman stuff came, and now all my algorithms on my iPhone are all Backstreet Boys, so I have to see these random things of Backstreet Boys every single day. And yeah. So no, I'm not coming back to Twitter. I couldn't care less about Twitter. I only deleted it because I was spending too much time on it. And I just think 8 months has been long enough that this story has been out, and I think a lot of people agree with me. So we proved that she lied. The His Side 2 girls proved that she lied. Everybody knows. I'll put the link to the blog down below. And all Daily Beast wants to do is just rehash something old, and Melissa Schuman is just feeding off of it. So Daddy Schuman and Melissa are getting so brave all of a sudden, and she's in a screenshot saying, I'm not going anywhere. So this means Melissa Schuman is just gonna keep on sitting in front of her Twitter on her phone. I was raped. My abuser did this. You can't silence me. I was raped by Nick Carter. Me too. Me too. Why won't anybody believe me? My husband's gay. I'm so lonely. I can't get a job. I'm so poor. I'm such a... Shut up, bitch. We're so sick of you. And it's all lies and attention based. She wants attention. She lies for it. And the whole thing is their side is claiming that Nick Carter is still being investigated. He's not. Can you please take my word for it? As far as Scott Baio goes, I was in contact with Scott Baio, as I was in contact with Nicole Eggert, and I thought it was pretty cool that Scott Baio did stick up for himself. But I'll tell you one thing, Nicole isn't letting down, and if they want that crap to go on forever, fine. I don't know. I don't even follow it. I don't. I did speak to Nicole just very briefly, just through emails privately, that I'm not going to share with anybody because it's none of your friggin' business what we talked about. But this, the media did cover the Scott Baio and Nicole thing, and it, you know, he did stand up for himself. But I'm thinking that Nick Carter really can't, and I'm glad that he didn't, because as we all know, you know, someone else that was accused was Ryan Seacrest, and he tried to stand up for himself, and it dug a bigger hole. So, speaking of digger holes, deeping a digger hole, it just actually made me think of something. If Melissa Schuman is looking for this payout that we all know that she was looking for a payout, someone that did make the biggest mistake of their life with a false rape claim was actually Michael Jackson. I feel like, and I've always said this, you can go back to my videos where I've actually said that, like, I always felt like her husband is even worse than Melissa. Melissa's pretty disgusting. Her father's just creepy. And the husband is just very, very sinister. Did you know that he, like, had a church? Like a weird cultish church, and they like bought a house with the money, and then it went into water, and like they had to do a short sale. That's why they're living in this like hovel, whatever. I don't know, whatever. I don't make fun of, you know, where people live and everything. Whatever they can afford, they can afford. And I'm not trying to get Brandon Henschel in trouble so he can lose his job. He still has a kid to feed. So I think that all the people that are trying to get him fired from jobs is a little messed up. I mean, I can't stand the homo either, but let's not even go there. I mean, he is ridiculous. I'm seeing stuff how he thinks he's like this big sommelier, wine connoisseur. Hello, it takes years to become a sommelier. Oh my God, the palate you need, the training, oh my God. You know what? I spent 5 years working and managing fine chocolates, and I've traveled all over Europe for fine chocolates. I'm a person that will go on chocolate tours and spend $200 to $300 a month just on bean to bars from chocolates all over the world. I've submitted articles to Chocolate Magazine. I don't even call myself a chocolate connoisseur. I can open up my refrigerator and show you how I store chocolate the right way, and like explain a lot of things about how it's made. And I still don't consider myself I'm an enthusiast. Absolutely. A connoisseur? Absolutely not. That is the highest. That is something that you're rewarded with. So don't use the Brandon, don't use the connoisseur sommelier thing too hard, okay? You're just making a fool out of yourself. So anyway, after all this crap with Melissa, she's got really zero credibility, and we all know this. Why do you think, Daily Beast, that the press doesn't cover this crap anymore? Because she had zero credibility. She had nothing going for her. She has no... Look, you can't just go into a police station and be like, I was raped by Nick Carter. They're going to be like, okay, was this last night? No, it was like 15 years ago. Okay, the statutes of limitations are up for like a civil or criminal case. Did you happen to go and make a report back then? That's what they would ask you. In what county? They would ask you a series of questions that she can't possibly answer. So we just have to assume that she's telling us the truth with nothing to go on. See, Melissa, this is why so many people don't like you. She don't get it. She wants to wonder and cry and be like, why are people being so mean to me? I'm the victim. I was raped by Nick Carter. I want them boycotted from Z100. I want them boycotted from these concerts. Oh, nobody should sponsor them. Blah, 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 blah. But she gets caught watching their concerts on like some Twitter live thing. Oh my God. She was a fan of theirs. I'm losing my earring again. She was a fan of Nick Carter's. She really, really was. She was following him for years. I always follow my rapist on Twitter and send him messages of condolences and I'm so sorry your dad and your sister passed away. Oh my God, this has been so hard. Oh yeah, I always do that. And of course, I always spend the night when I get raped. Sure, Melissa, we believe you, just like we believe that you were a virgin. We believe you. Lie, 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 lie. All the girl does is lies. You know what? If you could get paid for lying, you know what? There are careers that you can do that. You need to look into that. Because you're just sitting on your couch all day long. What happened to your YouTube channel with your 522 subscribers? Yeah, I surpassed you. I've only been on for a couple of months. Yeah. How's that going for you, sweetie? Anyway, not rubbing it in your face. But all you got to do is put a little work into it and know what you're talking about. And let me tell you something, Miss Comedian. You might be able to sing better than me, but you're not funnier than me. And I bet you $1 million that if we both competed in anything, I would probably win. Maybe you could beat me in singing, but the rest, no. I'm a lot funnier. And I bet you if we both competed to get on the same, on a reality show, I think they'd choose me over you. Well, number one, I'm not a liability like you are, bitch. But anyway, let's get back to her. So, I noticed that, you know, the screenshots that I've been seeing about the things that she says on Twitter, she never mentions Nick Carter's name. I wonder why. Nothing came out of this. I wonder why. Wait a second. So if the police investigation stuff was all that, why didn't the media sop that up real quick? I wonder why. And where did Kaya Jones go? I thought you had your army with Kaya Jones and where did they all go? Oh, now you have Ashley Poole Sheridan, the Nancy Grace looking girl. Okay, so she was in Dream with you and you're like besties, the besties. Well, stick to scrubbing feet, girl, because you thinking that you can tell off the His Side 2 girls is just never gonna happen. Don't even bother, because they will tear you apart. So yeah, stick to scrubbing feet. Why don't you get your best friend Melissa Schuman a job at your little nail salon that you're working at? Yeah, oh no, but that's beneath her, right? No, she'd rather go around lying and trying to ruin lives and give people miscarriages over the stress than take any responsibility of going out and actually getting a real job like a normal person. So anyway, I noticed that a lot more, and I'm being honest, but I am being facetious. A lot more people are coming out with false rape claims, and they are getting charges. And I don't care if Melissa Schuman gets charged with anything. I don't care if she does or she doesn't. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to lose sleep over Melissa Schuman. Like, I don't really care that much. But the His Side 2 girls, we've dismantled. And all of a sudden, about 3 days ago, Melissa wants to start again. So it's like, you know what? Now it's time for me to shoot you down again. So I did talk to some people. Attention! Nick and Lauren do not care about her. They really, really don't. They are on vacation right now. And Mrs. Lauren Kit Carter said, it's so over. We don't even care. Like, we're totally like over it. Like, all she has is her little Twitter. Let her do what she wants. And you know what? I agree with you. I agree. I never disagreed with the woman, ever. Like, there's nothing that Lauren can really say, you know? I mean, she could say it, you know, under her breath, but I mean, she's not going to just come out and just say what she wants about this girl. You know, what Melissa Schuman did was pretty much the worst, most horrible thing that you can do to someone's family. And the fact that she could just claim that she's so, like, she hides behind the whole Christianity thing. And she tries to fake the fact that she's such a good person and pass judgment on other people. Come on, girl. Seriously, man? You're the one that has to live with this forever. I'm not losing any money or any jobs because I'm doing all this talking. I'm not the one that wanted a Twitter verification. And I had way more followers than you. I was up at, 20,000 just from Wife Swap. So, come on now. Come on. I don't care about Twitter. I don't need Twitter to make me feel vindicated or validated or feel like I'm something special. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need a YouTube channel. The only reason I made this YouTube channel was because of you, Melissa Schuman. Because I'll tell you one thing. This is the goddamn truth. If I didn't make this YouTube channel, the press would have twisted my words around. And I don't want my words twisted. I don't care how much money they've had. They would have paid me thousands to go along with their little story of how Nick was this horrible person and forced girls to sleep with him and forced blah, 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 blah. No, I am not desperate and I'm not evil. I'm not going to be a part of that. And the way that they were trying to talk to me in a way that would mold me into some sort of victim is completely nefarious. I was not down for that at all. There's not enough money you can pay me to just sell my soul like that. Just be a jerk. So I feel like this all backfired on you big time. And Nick is really being blessed with an abundance of good things right now. He really is. And it's just odd that, you know, you come out now with these claims. And you knew that he was making a comeback and you want $1 million for it, you know? Why? Because you don't want him to forget your name. Okay. So you want fame, you want money, and it went straight over your head and fell into his lap, the fame and the money. So you're playing way too many silly games on Twitter. And where did it get you? You block everyone that asks you a question or supports any sort of statement, you know, like it's very telling of you. If you were someone who stood up for themselves, or if you had the courage that you claim to have every day or whatever, that you would just this, such a survivor warrior, yes, to shut up. Like, you sound like a moron. Like, you're just a joke, man. Like what? How do you not see it? That's what I want to know. I was like, how do you not see it? I just feel like people with common sense know that you're a fool and a liar and an embarrassment. So Nick wins. Not you, not me. I don't win anything. Thank you for helping me build my channel here. I mean, I'm having fun with it. And Nick and Lauren have thanked me and the girls in his side too. And Nick and Lauren are, besides myself, are the only people that know the identity of every girl in that group. In fact, I don't even think that the girls in the group really know each other's identity. So that is an important fact that should have been brought up a long time ago. Look, I have notes. I am not finished yet. I'm not done roasting you, Melissa. I wish you would roast me in a video. What are you gonna get? 22 views? So anyway, I think that, you know, it's funny how, and it's fine with me, that there's other Backstreet Boy fans out there that are defending him and using hashtag his side too on their profiles. Now, just because it says his side too in there doesn't mean that they're a part of the actual group that I created. There's tons of them that aren't in that group, but they use it anyway. And that's fine if they want some credit for anything. I'm the only one that has the balls to stand up in front of the camera and stand up for him. So remember that. And I'm not even like, I don't know, it speaks volumes, I'll tell you that. So if it wasn't for those girls in the His Side 2 group fighting with Melissa, Brandon, and Heartline, I wouldn't know anything about what was going on. So back to Brandon Henschel. He's got a really bad reputation in Los Angeles, and I think a lot of people know that. Totally repressed, totally weird, and that's why I believe that Melissa's a little cuckoo, unstable. I'd be crazy if I was married to him. I would, and that whole situation. Thank God I'm not in that situation. Like, that's a bad deal all around. At least their kid's good looking. But then again, there's nothing straight about him, so I really don't feel bad for Melissa for being so stupid. She put herself in that situation, and Melissa, him and the dad, all alcoholics. And I think Melissa needs a psychiatrist. I don't think that it's funny. I don't think that her instability and the way that she is healthy. I don't think, and I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor, but there's something very unhealthy about that situation. An honorable mention goes to Jerry's wife. Oh, Jerry's kids. So Melissa's a Jerry's kid. So Jerry's got his kids, and then Jerry's wife has some daughters or whatever. Anyway, Jerry has one daughter that absolutely hates Melissa and says that Melissa is a total embarrassment and that they all know Brandon's a little funny, and that Melissa has bragged about what she was going to do with the settlement that she got from Nick. And she's very pissed off that they're living in a bad situation, and she's totally given it to her husband about the situation that they're in. She's giving him hell for it. And I guess she doesn't want to scrub feet like Ashley. Nancy Grace over there, who thinks she knows everything. Thinks she knows she can tell everybody off, but she can't. That other chick from Dream. But, you know what? I'm telling you, Melissa, I think it's cute that you want to be Britney Spears. I think that you look and watch the Britney Spears concerts and say, that girl took my career. I want her body. I want her songs. I want her choreographers. I want her opportunities. She took my life. That's what I think. I think you guys are, what, the same age? I'm gonna think. I'm like 10 years older than Melissa Schuman, from what someone told me. I was 10 years older than her. So yeah, Melissa, I'm old enough to be your babysitter. So yeah, I will say that Melissa Schuman definitely has an axe to grind, and using Nick as a scapegoat, I think she did have an abuser. I don't think it was Nick. I think it was somebody else. And I'm going to tell you something about what I believe happened the night that she came to a meeting of the minds with Nick Carter. So, she says in her blog that she's changed it a few times. Let's be real, she did change it. She changed it, but this whole thing about, I want to stay a virgin, said he would be my husband, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. There's so many things wrong with that story. I mean, forget about going from room to room. Forget about sleeping over. Forget about waking up and not seeing him there. How do you know that he didn't go to a bagel shop and buy breakfast for everyone and he was coming back? Did you think to call him? That's what I don't get. And you want everyone to believe that he somehow stalked you for 2 weeks on your phone like he was in love with you. I don't get that. And that you ignored his calls, but you said it was a day off, and that you brought Dad to the movie set, and you thought Dad was gonna beat his butt. That didn't happen. I don't think that happened. I'll tell you why Nick Carter didn't like you romantically. Now, Nick Carter's been with a lot of women before he's been married, okay? And I have definitely spent a lot more time with Nick Carter than you have. I've probably spent more time talking to Nick Carter than you have as well. Nick Carter is the type of guy back then. I don't know Nick Carter, the adult. I don't know him now. I don't know him. But back then, I'll tell you what I remember. I remember, he liked women that were a challenge. He liked women that he knew weren't clingy. He liked them to be dominant. He liked women that were stern and stoic and had a lot of confidence. And I remember back then when I was around, and granted, Nick Carter didn't need a shot of alcohol to make out with me at any time. Jesus. Yeah, there was never any alcohol in his system when I was around. Nick Carter liked women that could carry a conversation that didn't sweat him. And I remember there was about 3 different times where he would just be like, oh, wait, have your friends wait downstairs. Hold on, talk to me. And he would sit on the bathroom sink, and I would sit on the floor, and I would look up at him, and I would just talk to him. And he'd have his eyes wide open. And he liked funny girls. He liked girls that were not into him. There was another conversation where I remember where he was leaning back in the chair and he had his feet up and he was playing his little game there, and I was just looking at him play, and he's like, do you want to play the game? And I'm like, no. And he knew that I just was not given in to kissing his ass. I think that's why he kept me around. I think that you were just a little too eager. I think that you showed that you wanted something from him. there was an age gap between me and Nick Carter. So there was no way that I could have or would have expected that we were gonna get married. So I'm just letting you know, Nick Carter does not, if you showed him any sort of interest that you really wanted him, you were done. I'm sorry, but it's true. Nick doesn't like that. I remember a time when I had said, I remember I picked up his CD and it was in a bag. I go, I just bought your stupid CD. He goes, oh yeah? And I go, yeah. I go, I don't even like pop music. He goes, you gonna listen to it? And I go, I guess. I go, I don't like shit like that. He goes, what do you mean? And he's scratching his chest. He goes, what do you mean? I go, I don't like shit like that. I don't listen to pop music. And he got really offended. But yeah, I mean, he likes girls that are just gonna challenge him. That's what he likes. So, I don't know. There will be nothing to come of this. You can mark my words. So all you little Backstreet Boy fans that are all like crazy, like, when is he gonna come out and say something? He's not going to. It's just think about if you were one of the other Backstreet Boys, blah, blah, blah. Isn't it best to just like keep going on? Not one reporter has asked him anything. Not, you know, it's so done. It's like, it's so stupid. Like, the girl, nobody even knows this girl. You can't just come out and say, this happened. And I expect you to believe me because I'm a female. You know what? You kind of set women back about 50 friggin' years by, I don't think girls that do get raped in the future are going to come forward, because then they'll be like, you know, what's the point? I'm just going to be seen as a liar. You really accomplished nothing, Melissa Schuman. And my God, girls, can we please give it a rest? She just wants attention. You know what? Instead of seeking attention, you should have sought help. You should have sought justice when the time was appropriate. You don't go and make a blog 15 years ago and put it up, see that no one's coming to read it, and then put it on Twitter with #MeToo. So you did lie to Dr. Oz where you said, yeah, I hit send and went to sleep and my whole world changed the next day. That's not how it happened. You're a little upset, weren't you, that no one was giving it traffic? So you are very sneaky, but you're not sneaky enough. You are a little calculating, but you're not smart. Melissa, you should have finished school. You're not that smart. But yes, I don't care. Nick don't care. Lauren don't care. The rest of the Backstreet Boys don't care. His side 2 girls, I don't know if they can. I can't find them. I can't find half of them. But I can find the other half. So hopefully they'll see this video. Just please, please stop giving her energy. This is what she wants. This is what she needs to like have some sort of purpose in life. She's not going to utilize her energy in going to get a career and a job, and like she's not okay with just being a normal person. She needs to be the center of attention somehow. That's just who she is. Sadly, I think that she puts her own wants and needs and desires before her own child, which makes her a piece of shit. And yes, I'm judging you. I'm judging you for that. I judge you for that. And she's not going to stop, but don't even give it to her. Lauren even said, she was like, It's so stupid. That's all she has. And the thing is she has nothing. She has nothing. What do you have on me, Melissa? What, you're 10 years younger? Guess what? I've been there. I've been 33. And at 33, I had a lot more going than you do right now. So you may have, I don't even know if you had a gold record. I don't have a record. You won that round. So you can sing better than me. You won that round. Okay, so there is no competition. There is nothing that is gained from me, for me at all. I don't gain anything. Do I like roasting you? I think I did a couple months ago, but we're like 8 months in now. Like, it's redundant at this point, and it's so childish. And I'm going on vacation in the morning, and I don't even want to hear it. Like, I'm going to the Hamptons. I don't want to hear anything about Melissa Schuman. Don't care about the Backstreet Boys. I know they're going to be here on Friday. I was invited to that, too. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go see the Backstreet Boys, but whatever. Oh, my God. So, anyway... Oh my. So I'm getting news right now. News is coming in. So I'm going to end this video. Bye, Melissa Schuman. I look forward to your roasting of me.